We're coming at you from beautiful New York City as the Knicks prepare to take the home court. Here's the starting five. State Farm presents our lineup for the tip-off. And guys, what do you think we'll be seeing from Raymond Felton in this one?
You know, a lot of players love playing with Felton because of the way he can throw the alley-oop. He makes it look easy, but believe me, it's not easy. Throwing a precise alley-oop is kind of an art form in this league. You've got to put it right on the money and anticipate when that leaper is going to get to the spot.
Right. Art form is a good way to describe it. Felton makes it look so easy, but, you know, it really is a play that requires a very good understanding between teammates as well. And sometimes I think we just forget that communication that is so necessary. Looking at the last game for the New York Knicks, it was a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia. And that does your confidence, guys, no favor. They got manhandled in that one. It wasn't pretty.
And the cold night they had from the field was really what lost them that game, guys.
Yeah, but there were some things they could have done to improve their percentage that they did not do, Steve. For example, better screens, better ball movement, crisper passes. I needed to see more of that.
Now, here's Felton. Chandler outside. Back to Felton. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defensive bat, Felton's got the first basket of the game for the Knicks.
Since moving to Atlanta in 1968 from St. Louis, the Hawks have been a steady presence in the postseason, Kevin. Still, that penultimate goal of an NBA title has eluded them.
Now here is Horford. Shot clock at 6. And it's Stevenson missing. Here's Anthony. That's good. With the Hawks in their playoff history, they've always seemed to be the good team that just was overpowered, it seems, Steve, in the end.
Yeah, they've never had that transcendent player. You know, the closest guy they had to that was probably Dominique Wilkins, but he was playing in the era when Bird and Magic and Jordan were dominating the league. So it's just been one of those things for Atlanta. They just haven't been able to get over that hump. They've been good, they just haven't been great.
Here is Korver. In the game against Boston, very impressive. Here's Stevenson. The shot is off. Good defense by Kidd. Look at the last game for the Atlanta Hawks. It was a win against the Boston Celtics.
Boy, that was really a fun game to watch, Kevin. I love being able to see that desire that comes through when a team knows they have to turn it up. They can count on raising their intensity level to pull off the comeback, and they did.
Yeah, there's nothing better than watching a game like that one, Clark. You don't get to see comebacks every day, so when they happen, you see that energy and that focus. It's a joy to watch. Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
Anthony backing him down. That's good. Anthony's got 7.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going. Well, supreme confidence offensively for Carmelo Anthony. He's been one of the most deadly clutch shooters in the game over the last few seasons. Always ready to step up and score in pressure situations.
Stevenson with it. Now Chandler defending. The drive by Smith. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. And let's briefly see what's happening around the league. David Bruce has something for us from our studio.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Let's quickly bring up the scores from the games that already are in the books. It was the Heat with a win against the Celtics in Boston. LeBron James, their leading scorer. Out at Amway Center, it was the Magic losing to the Pistons. That'll wrap it up for us here, at least until the spring halftime report. Kevin?
And thanks very much, Damon, for the report.
And with all the action happening in the Eastern Conference today, it should be a very revealing day. We might find out where a lot of those teams stand.
Anthony. And Horford pulls it down.
And, you know, you talk about that clutch scoring ability for Carmelo Anthony. It all comes back to, I think, his size, versatility, ball handling ability, and that quick trigger release on the jump shot. It's really difficult to keep him from getting the shot he wants.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I had a chance to catch up with Mike Woodson. He talked about the impact that Al Horford can have on a game and how they'll have their work cut out for them dealing with him. He said Horford's just a complete ball player. He does all the things you want from a big man. He can shoot, handle, and testing his energy level. Kevin will see if they have what it takes.
And thank you, Doris. Knocked away. Chandler with the steal. He feeds it to Felton. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. Korver dishes to Horford. Feeds it to Smith. Launches it. The shot is off. Stoudemire with the defensive effort. It's Anthony with the drive. Chandler. There's the killer two-handed slam.
A rim rocker.
Looked for a second like he might rip the cylinder loose.
Now, that is some strength there, guys.
Now here's Teague. He had a big outing in that Celtics game as well. Here's Smith. Atlanta again missing. And now the Knicks on the break. Felton leading the charge. Shot is blocked. Stoudemire setting the pick for Anthony.
How about that basketball, man? Wow.
What a start they've gotten off to. A big lead for them, and we're not even out of the first quarter yet.
And it's not just their hot offense here. I mean, they're playing very strong defense too, guys.
And the Knicks making a change here. Smith has checked in.
Well, one of the big advantages for the Knicks is that you know they'll always have money to spend. This is one of the most lucrative organizations in the entire NBA. They've never been afraid of spending a lot on salary in the past. And even with the new collective bargaining agreement rules, I would expect to see the Knicks well into the luxury tax.
Iman Shumpert's checked in for Carmelo Anthony. And finished off by Horford.
Rock that rim. Gotta love that enthusiasm, folks.
Not only, Clark, did he rock the rim, he decided to hang around a bit for that one, too. I love it.
What a finish. That was just gorgeous.
And that one's good. Shumpert. Knicks, one of the most storied franchises as well, Steve. You're talking about New York. Even with the Nets coming into town, into Brooklyn, you would think the Knicks and all that great history, Clark, will help them continue to recruit free agents.
Yeah, no question about it. New York is a special place, and it is in the landscape of NBA basketball. It's always going to be a hot destination for free agents. It's a place where guys want to play and want to be, not just for the basketball, but for what New York offers, and that's an advantage for the organization.
Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, one of the things you have to do in the NBA as a smaller player, Kevin, is to be able to adjust to situations on the fly. And I think Jeff Teague has done that the last couple of years. He's got a nice ability to react to wherever the pressure is coming from and then adjust his game and get the job done.
And you know, Teague is sneaky like that. Shows up in his defense, too, as he'll do a good job of hiding behind screens to pop out and then pick the pocket of a ball handler that's unsuspecting.
The Knicks leading by 13. Got a piece of it. There's the dish to Wallace. From 13, it's rebounded by T.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. In the third spot, the Hawks.
And what really stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they're passing the ball. This is a club that is very unselfish.
The drive by Smith.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the D look silly.
Yep, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
They're really struggling defensively, giving up too many easy buckets.
And they've been on fire offensively as a result, Clark.
And Stevenson kicks to Horford. Gets it to go. Horford's got 6.
Well, you feel good for Larry Drew. He's in his 3rd season as a head coach because he spent 18 years as an assistant before he finally got his big break with the Hawks. In all, he's been with Atlanta since 2004, so he knows these players well. This game is really going their way early. What a lead they've built up.
And that's thanks to their performance offensively in large measure. I mean, they're actually scoring with ease here.
Here's Teague. Passes to Corbin. Over Stoudemire. And the rejection by Stoudemire. And so it looks like the Hawks will retain possession here. And a new group in for the Knicks. Novak's checked in. Anthony comes in for Wallace. Lonnie Brewer's checked in for Shumpert. And it's Felton in for Jason Kidd. And Larry Drew, well liked by the players in his time as an assistant, probably made it a little bit easier for the ownership to make him the head coach as he replaces Mike Woodson.
Well, it's always easier to be the good cop, when you're the assistant coach. All of a sudden you become the head coach and you need to be tougher, you need to discipline players a little bit. It can be harder to have those relationships with your players. It's always a fine balance, but Drew has done a nice job of establishing himself with this Hawks team.
Now here is Horford. With the floater. The shot no good.
They're in attack mode early, guys, really cleaning up the glass.
Well, it's +5 in rebounding here in the first quarter. I mean, in a four-quarter game, if that margin continues, that's +20 rebound. That would be almost assuring a win.
And what Carmelo Anthony tries to do is catch the ball within range of the basket, maybe 20 feet or so. Then he'll turn and gets that triple threat stance going. Now he can either shoot, pass, or dribble right past you. So when you get in that spot defensively, that's a nightmare. Carmelo can do it all.
And Clark, when you think of Carmelo's face-up game, does anyone in the league do it as well as anything?
Well, he's one of the best, clearly. He's in a short list of players, but you've got to include Durant, Kevin Durant, Kobe Bryant as well, both outstanding scorers. But Carmelo right in their class.
Stoudemire's checked in for New York. Kidd comes in for Ronnie Brewer. The Knicks leading by 13. Felton the pass to Kidd. Outside Anthony. Back to Kidd. Fires for three. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And that's now 6 points for Jason Kidd.
Right now, it's all working for him here in the first. The shots have been falling.
Yeah, their offense has been very impressive. If they keep this up, Clark, they're going to be tough to beat.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Josh Smith. That is his first foul of the game. And the Knicks making a change here. Outside, Felton. And stolen by Jeff Teague. And now the fast break. Stevenson with the ball. And it's Smith missing.
Yeah, he's struggled with his shot this quarter, and he's got to find a groove somehow.
And that one's good, Anthony.
And the defense has to pick it up a little bit here. They're getting bullied inside, guys.
Yeah, they just have not competed well enough. I mean, they've not fought. You want to see fight and aggressiveness.
Yeah, saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim.
50 seconds left in the first. Smith dishes to Felton. Back to Smith. The feed to Chandler. The pass to Felton. New York moving it around. For three, Smith. Rebound, Atlanta. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And over the course of last season, they dropped the majority of their games when facing this team. Guys, he's going to have to be careful here. You don't want to pick up your third foul in the first quarter.
The Knicks leading by 16. Outside, Felton. This is to Melo. Back to Felton. Copeland, covered by Smith. Here's Copeland. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two. The Knicks shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night.
And they've made progress in that department from last season going into this one, guys. I mean, the numbers have improved.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe. And here is Teague. Here's Korver for three. He went right down as the buzzer sounded.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know how he has the poise to make that shot look so easy.
Yep, and that's the most exciting play in basketball, guys. The buzzer beater. Unbelievable.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. Knicks out front, leading by 14. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment.